Block Island, just 13 miles off the coast of southern Rhode Island, is New England's best-kept secret. With miles of undeveloped coastline and some of the most beautiful beaches in the country, epic boating and sailing, live music, a bustling downtown, biking and hiking, and endless recreational opportunities, Block Island is an epic summertime destination. Block is also a food lover's mecca, taking advantage of the rich bounty of local seafood and produce. In this episode of A Taste of Rhode Island, we're taking you into the kitchens of 3 iconic spots that are long-standing culinary and cultural meccas: the Spring House, the Atlantic Inn, and Ballard's. These family-owned historic venues offer everything from tiki bars and reggae on the beach to jazz and martinis on the lawn, from lobster rolls and comfort food to world-class chef-driven dishes utilizing ultra-fresh local seafood and produce sourced right from on-site gardens. So dive on into a summer weekend on Block Island, where it's cool on the beaches but hot in the kitchens, right here on A Taste of Rhode Island.
Rhode Islanders are intensely proud of their history, culture, and above all, their food. With over 400 miles of coastline, diverse cultural influences, and a rich tradition of fishing and farming, Rhode Island is a food lover's mecca. We're taking you on a trip across the ocean state to taste the food and meet the chefs, farmers, brewers, distillers, and winemakers that make Rhode Island one of America's most exciting and dynamic food cultures. From classic to cutting edge, this is a taste of Rhode Island. A Taste of Rhode Island is presented by Dave's Fresh Marketplace, proud to be serving our Rhode Island neighbors and communities since 1969. Now with 10 locations. Dave's Fresh Marketplace. Better food, better service. The South County Tourism Council, a nonprofit organization dedicated to promoting Southern Rhode Island as a leisure travel destination. And Newport Vineyards, bringing Napa Valley to Newport with over 100 acres of land, over 30 estate-grown wines, farm-to-table cooking, and fresh-brewed craft beers.
Located just on the edge of downtown, the Spring House is one of Block Island's most iconic hotels. Having a cocktail on the front lawn overlooking the ocean is a rite of passage for every visitor to the island. But the food program is top-notch as well, with several dining options offering everything from burgers and pizza, pasta and seafood, to fine dining, utilizing ingredients sourced right from the hotel's own gardens.
Okay, I'm Dave Houseman. I'm the managing director of the Spring House Hotel on Block Island. It's the island's oldest still standing hotel and resort. Originally built in 1852, which is the main building is behind me. Property, we have 3 large gardens that supply our 5 food and beverage outlets with fresh produce. We have the bistro menu, which is served on the front deck and in Victoria's parlor. We have the dining room, which is a more formal setting. We have the phone booth cafe, which does breakfast type sandwiches, pastries, coffees. We have the Barn restaurant, which is located in the old barn in the back of the property, which used to house employees. And prior to that was just that, a barn, where the carriages and the hay was stored for the horses that used to bring people up to the property.
Hello, my name is Adam Stabile, and I'm coming to you from the barn at the Spring House Hotel on Block Island, Rhode Island. Today we're going to be discussing our beautiful farm-to-table vegetables and going to be seeing some of our fantastic entrees that are provided by our chef Brian Hebert. We start everything here in early October, and it started seed. So we're growing everything from seed here at the garden, and it's harvested throughout the season and cross-utilized at our restaurants here and our restaurants in Providence as well. One of our unique offerings is our Northern Italian hardneck garlic. We start that from seed here on the property in October, And the gestation period for that is 9 months, so it really becomes our baby. And when the harvest time comes, it's all hands on deck. We just recently harvested 30,000 heads of this garlic, and it's drying in the eaves and overhangs of all of our buildings, but it's also being used in a lot of our appetizers at the bar and in the restaurant.
Hi, my name is Chef Brian here at the Spring House Hotel on Block Island. Working here with some of our famous Block Island garlic that we grow here on property. And then we slow roast it. And this dish is going to actually be served with a roasted zucchini, tomato, olive tapenade, and a couple of olive oil grilled crostinis, kind of like a deconstructed bruschetta. We have some nice zucchini here. This zucchini was grown on property as well. And what I want to do is just make small brunoise dices. We don't want too much skin. And then we're going to take a couple of heirloom tomatoes. We're also going to do a very small dice on these tomatoes. Now a hot saute pan with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. We're going to start with the zucchini, and you can hear the sizzle. A little bit of fresh tomato. Season this with a little bit of salt and pepper. A couple leaves of fresh basil. Just a few Kalamata olives. We're going to throw those right in there as well. We really want to get a nice hot sear on these vegetables to let the flavors come out and caramelize and bring the natural sugars from the tomato into the zucchini and the olives, give it that little extra saltiness. While our salsa is on the stove, we're going to make the olive oil crostinis. And then I'm going to season the bread, a little bit of salt and pepper, some fresh herbs from our garden, and some extra virgin olive oil. This is going to go right on our wood grill. Now we have some of our garlic, it's all nice and roasted. And as you can see, the garlic is so tender that as you push it, the garlic cloves start to come right out. So we're going to put that right in the middle. I'm going to garnish that with a little bit of basil right from our garden. And I have some nasturtium flowers, also grown on property. A little flower there. So this is our roasted garlic appetizer with the hard neck Italian garlic, slow roasted with the tomato, olive, and zucchini salsa with grilled olive oil crostinis.
Fresh, the garlic is sweet from being roasted. Everything just tastes fresh because it comes from right there in their garden. You can taste it.
We're here cooking in the barn on Block Island at the Spring House Hotel. This is our winter restaurant in which we feature farm-to-table food in an elegant setting. We have seen the garlic appetizer. Now I want to show you the Block Island striped bass. This fish here is local and native to Block Island. We're going to put a little bit of salt, pepper, and fresh herbs on there. Put a little bit of oil in there. And you want to wait until the oil starts to smoke. All right, once that olive oil starts to hit its smoking point, the pan is ready to sear the fish. While we're waiting for the pan, we're going to start roasting off some of our garden potatoes. So here at the Spring House, we have about 6 varieties of different potatoes grown here. Again, with some fresh herbs, salt, pepper. And for this one, I want to take a little bit of our Spring House garlic. We're just going to smash the cloves right with the back of my hand. Just open them up a little bit, all right? That's going to release some of the juices from the garlic and roast up with the potatoes without burning. All right? So now that they're properly seasoned, we're going to go ahead and throw these in the oven. All right? Now we can sear the fish. Our pan is smoking hot, ready to go. Now to accompany our striped bass, we're going to top this with a shrimp, mango, and cucumber salsa. The cucumbers are grown from our garden, of course. And then we use peppers also from our garden. So you got to take the seeds out of the jalapeno so it's not too spicy. And again, a small dice on the jalapeno. Jumbo shrimp. So now we have some fresh cilantro we're going to add right into that salsa just to give it that freshness. Not everybody likes cilantro. Some people find it tastes like soap. I personally love it. It gives it a nice light flavor and just a really, really fresh taste to the salsa. All right, so we're going to let that sit for a little while. We're going to go back to our striped bass. Our striped bass is ready to be turned. It has a nice golden brown crust on top. We're just going to put this baby in the oven. Check out these roasted potatoes. And then one last thing for this dish is we're going to need a red beet puree to put on the plate underneath the fish and the potatoes. Here I have a couple of red beets that I've already roasted. Just going to slice them. So I'm going to take the beets, put them right in the blender with a little bit of vegetable stock, some salt, pepper, just a touch of oil. I have some bok choy, which is a cabbage that we grow here on the property. This is the baby variety. Again, just a little bit of salt, pepper, olive oil. And these are going to go on the grill. We're going to spread a little bit of that right on the bottom of the plate. Okay. Now we have our garden potatoes, which we just roasted. Again, there's 5 different kinds of potatoes in here from our garden. We're just going to spread those out on the bottom. I mean, these potatoes are so fresh. They haven't sat in a warehouse, for 5 months before we've gotten them. They were picked literally yesterday. You can't taste the freshness anywhere else. Then we're going to go ahead and take our striped bass, put it right over the top. And some of the charred bok choy. Side, put a little bit right in the middle. Okay, and there it is. Nasturtium flour. And that's our Block Island striped bass here at the Spring House Hotel.
Look at that. Look at that bite. Mm. Mm.